Yes, Aleem, welcome to the podcast again. I'll ask you to introduce yourself and tell me about you.
Hello, my name is Aleem Mangalji.
Yeah.
And Aleem Israel. And I've been building Legos for 5 years. I was born on 2014, and I've been building Legos for a very long time. Legos was my passion. When I was 3, I started building them. My parents used to think I was born to be a footballer, but I wasn't. So they would.
Why did they think that? Were you playing a lot of football? Did you have a passion for football?
No, they would. When I was 2 years, I used to connect sticks and plastic materials and make weird things that they never understood with my toys, and they thought I was gonna be a footballer. So so they decided to take me to this football field next to game. So they would get this coach used to tie a rope on the ball, and the coach would kick the ball very high up. Instead of kicking, I would just look at the ball there standing, doing nothing. After that, they decided. After that, me and my dad went to a supermarket. We found this box with tiny bricks I never understood. I never knew them. I never knew their names. I never knew what they were made for. So I just asked my dad if he could buy it for me, and then he bought it for me. So we reached at my grandmother's place. They opened the box, and then I thought it was a toy that was already made, but it was actually Legos. So the next morning I started building. Yet I never knew what I was doing. I followed the instructions, and then I stopped because the
instructions that come in the box, yeah.
Yeah. So it stopped. So I stopped because there was this part that was refusing to come apart. So we stopped. Then I was building weird things like a jet skis, weird, crazy, cool things. After doing that, my parents, by the time I was growing, when I reached 4 years, I was building Legos that we bought from game. I was building things, and then by the time when I reached 8, I got this Lego Star Wars thing, the X-Wing.
Yeah.
After that, I built it. It was hard, but I managed.
I've seen them build it. I don't know if Benja will pass it on the screen, but I think they've sent me the one for Star Wars. Your mom sent me.
So I built it. After that, there is this set that's called for Ninjago, the Evo set that everyone knows about, that was released on 2022 on January, and I really enjoyed building it, but I had a hard time. It never came with those Lego things that are for plucking out pieces, so I kind of got swollen fingers, and I managed to build it in 3 days after when I was done. And then when I was 6, my parents bought me this very huge Lego with a huge box. It was a helicopter with mechanisms. I never knew which company was it, but that it was from. We got it from Serena Mall, and it took me 6 days. The first time it ended up horrible, but then a few days I managed to build it in just a few seconds. I would rest, I would sleep, I would work hard. So after building it, I managed. So
yeah,
that's how old that's how many.
Yes, that's your experience.
Yeah.
with the Legos. You seem to be very accurate with telling your story. I'm listening to you, and it just reminds me of all the previous guests I've had on the podcast. You have it very well articulated. You're like a grown-up. You have a whole journey. You're built for the success thing. How does that come about? Do you do this a lot? Do you go for interviews a lot?
No, I don't. This is my first time, and during my free time I build Legos a lot.
Yeah.
And
So it's like a passion.
sometimes I sketch things like Lego men, my whatever, and when I have free time I draw my things, like huge things that I draw, like spaceship from that old Star Wars movie that you watch.
Yeah.
And when I asked my parents for that Lego set very badly, because it's the biggest Lego set ever recorded in the world.
And you have it?
Not yet.
Okay.
When I come back from Senegal, I'll have it.
Interesting. So what informs your knowledge on Legos? Do you consume a lot of YouTube content? Was it that first time you were in the supermarket and you saw it and then you just fell in love and it just became a part of you?
I literally said, sometimes my parents call me a Lego man, yet I'm not even made out of plastic. And I discovered what Lego means.
What does it mean?
In Latin, it means I create. And there's even a YouTube video for that. You can watch it.
Yeah.
And
It's about just creating.
Yeah.
So what informs your creations, the visions, that are the sketches you draw?
Usually when I'm sleeping, I have ideas that are crazy, but I don't have the right pieces. I don't have motors. I don't have programmers. I don't have, those things that make Lego. I don't have metal axles.
You've spoken of programming. Do you intend to also write code so that you boost the Legos?
There's a Lego set for Lego Boost. You can get it.
Yeah.
It's about programming the robot to do things like, you might know it because there's YouTube videos for that.
Okay.
And there's also Brick Science is a very interesting show.
Yeah, I watch Brick Science.
And the person who always builds that, is it Riley?
Riley.
Yeah.
Yes, Riley.
When Riley builds like crazy inventions like that ice weapon, ice axe, ice blade, and even made a jelly blade, a jelly axe. And I like his videos because when he got that Lego Batman set, and got an idea from World of Tanks, I was really impressed and surprised. But he knew how much weight the Batman mobile had, so he knew the tank wouldn't move as fast as he expected.
What's your favorite film? Marvel or DC? Yeah.
I don't like DC or Marvel. I prefer Pacific Rim.
Okay.
I just prefer that.
So do most of your creations come from inspiration you pick up from Pacific Rim?
Sometimes I get inspiration from Pacific Rim. Sometimes I get inspiration from Teen Titans Go. I get inspiration, and I even got inspiration. I even had this crazy idea to make a golem. It inspired me from Minecraft and from this cartoon I was watching. It really gave me a lot of ideas. I built a golem, and it wasn't. And also by my time being 8, I got to touch a real life Lego Star Wars ship in person, and I also got to see a Lego City helicopter.
Yeah.
I even got to build a mining truck, those big trailers with tires the size of a building.
So do you get to see these things in real life? Like, do you see trailers? Do you have like a passion when you see like a real life trailer? Do you sit and analyze it and come up with a concept and be like, you know what, I'm going to put this in a Lego and how it's functioning, or I'm going to modify this to become better?
I usually, most of the time, I don't have, all my Lego tire pieces are running low for no reason. And I don't like it when my Legos gets mixed. Really annoys me and gets me a headache.
Yeah.
Sometimes I even start to destroy my creations. Like I started destroying my robot because I was so angry that my Legos were mixed. I destroyed it, but then I noticed, what's the point? Because the Legos were built hard, they won't break that easily. It will take more than that to break it. So I just decided to rebuild, to fix up the parts that fell off and go and rest.
How do you imagine the future?
The future?
Yeah.
I imagine it.
Do you think about machines taking over?
Sometimes I do.
Are you equipped to help humanity fight? Because now you understand you can literally put together a machine, right?
I could build a mech that someone can sit in and control with some gloves and punches around and around, and has leg functions, incredible booster speed.
Yeah.
Speed boosters, not rockets. No, I'm not saying those kiddish imaginations.
Yeah.
Imagine, instead of using rocket boosters like a kid imagines, what if you use magnetic surfaces to make it float? Just saying.
Yeah.
Because if it will create covering. So if you just make these magnets to not go on rock, make it lift up. And that's true. Everyone knows that.
Interesting. So what does building mean to you before we go into actual building?
It means it makes my heart rate so fast, touching waters.
Yeah.
It makes sometimes when I see Lego pieces from channels that I've watched, I get filled with ideas. I start building so quickly. No one even notices I'm building because I'm quiet. I don't even say a word.
You're like an introvert in your own space. So what you do with your time is to just build whatever idea that comes up to your head. You're putting it together. And
I really like, and just to say, the Lego company is really interesting because of all those pieces they create. And Legos has a system, a very interesting system. Like when the Lego is being invented in the story,
okay, please go on.
When the Lego was in the story, when I watched the Lego story, so this guy's son was on a ship going to England. A man told him that Lego has no system.
Yeah.
That Lego company has no system. After that, the son started thinking system. And then he discovered the system. He decided to make Lego something that kids can build and use their imagination to create. Things that are impossible, things that are crazy, things that make no sense. And that creates more thinking, more ideas to spread out to your mind, like it happened to me when I first built Legos.
So do you believe the fact that you are in position to creatively think about stuff and you bring them to life, this greatly influences your education? Do you also believe that it's a plus? Like this type of environment helps you think faster? Do you also...
Every time when I'm in class, in my work, I write something by mistake, and I write something on my paper by mistake, and I look at it very closely. I see not a mistake, I see something in it, something clear. Like when it's art time, I just draw nothing that makes no sense. When I draw something that makes no sense, I see something that I can actually build. So I just go with it, and and keep it in mind, and then I work and study, and so after working and studying, I'm planning to be an engineer in the future. And
what type of engineer are you planning to be?
Engineer that builds everything: rockets, jets, cars, planes.
You'll be like Elon Musk, yeah?
So I'm planning to build something huge when I grow up. Something with twice the power, something with energy, something that can save humanity if robots attack. And this is crazy imagination.
Oh, so but I think it's good imagination. I think we need a lot of people like you imagining this from the beginning. Do you think it's normal for someone your age, 8 years, to have this type of thinking? Do you think you're unique?
I don't believe it because I don't believe
Yeah, no, it's okay.
it's
No, it's okay.
unique to think like me because I think differently in the world and I don't believe it. I don't believe it these ideas I get. I don't believe it everything I see. I see things in different ways
Yeah?
and I just see things in a different way. I don't see things like any normal person could see things.
So what does it take to build? You're going to build a car, right?
Yes.
Did you say car? Okay. Then from that we'll, what does it take to build? It's just imagination and putting pieces together.
Not just putting pieces. Legos aren't just bricks of plastic. They are more than you can think.
Okay. Let me see that. Because all I see on my table is pieces of plastic.
Motors.
Okay.
Motor. Okay, so first we attach it. Second we put bricks.
Those bricks they sell in the supermarkets. So anyone without the motors, it's still the same thing, right?
Without the motors make Legos move by themselves. That's every Lego inventor's wish, to have Lego motors.
Yeah.
To make them move by themselves. People think by using a rope will make them move. They try everything like connecting a rope and pulling it and then...
Have you built cars with wires? My good friend Benjamin, yesterday when we were having the conversation about you coming on the podcast, he told me about his history. He can put up this car in wires and he can put a motor to it to move. Have you built like the average young child to put together like a truck using wires? No, or you're just doing Legos all your life?
If someone was looking for something like, if someone has a mind of an engineer and a heart of a good person, and they want to build something, I can always look for bricks like Legos. As long as you find what you want, as long as you find...
You can use black nails.
As long as the Legos that it depends on what you want to build.
You have a coach for this. So you need direction. Your ideas still need to have
direction.
Yeah.
They need help sometimes.
All the time.
Not all the time.
What do you do?
When I make mistakes, I just think of the opposite way.
Interesting.
And it makes hard sacrifices. I have to destroy my other inventions by pieces. So it's not so fun. It makes me upset and angry. And make me have bad thoughts.
How do you deal with the bad thoughts? Is it still by doing more Legos?
The bad thoughts don't come from... It's just Legos were designed like a puzzle. Like an Rubik's Cube. You make mistakes, you have to
figure it out. Yeah.
If you don't solve
Do you know how to solve
mistake,
a Rubik's Cube?
Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
I've tried many times and I've only done it once. The Rubik's Cube has complicated sides.
No, it doesn't. I know how to solve one. I solved it in like a minute. Some guy just took it away from here. I would have shown you how to do it.
They would have complicated it for you very perfectly. And you see what complications they give me.
With the Legos as well, yeah?
Legos are not my Rubik's Cube that I can solve in a matter of seconds. And Legos was made for them.
But you've been doing this over and over again, so it should be really easy, right? Because you know everything. This whole board looks like it's like setting together cameras. It looks like it's all well together. The pieces are in position.
Yeah.
Ready
for just put it together.
Next, we need to make.
Does the beauty ever matter? The colors you choose, how to design it?
I don't choose the colors. I prefer silver on my things.
Okay.
But since there's no silver, since there's not that much silver, I have to use what I have. I need to this.
Do these parts come with names or it's just plug and play?
They have names.
Yeah, let's
Like
I want you to build.
There's a 2x2.
Exactly. Now I want you to build and make me understand, so that the whole point of whoever is going to watch is to pick the inspiration and understand. I also made this available for children your age right now on YouTube, so that they can actually join in and see this. So if you give us a master class on Legos, that would be perfect.
There's only one thing that it doesn't matter which pieces you use.
Yeah.
Like there's this Lego app I downloaded on my phone. It gives me direct pieces, but I say I don't have these pieces. Maybe I should do the opposite of what I have. And then I make something different. After making that different thing, I start to decide maybe I should start doing this often. Like there's this jet ski, it needs different pieces. I use different pieces, but there's this piece that I can't replace. I didn't find the right item that I can replace it with.
Yeah.
So I just left it. So I left the jet ski and I decided to build something else. After building something else, I decided after building the other thing, there's no other thing there that I could build because I used the tiles for the trailer and I couldn't use the tiles for the buggy.
But the gigantic set you're speaking of having soon will give you options, right?
Sure.
Because it's huge.
It has multiple pieces.
It takes me like 31 days, almost a week.
To put together?
Yeah, because it's
what are you going to build with it?
What am I going to build with it? I'm not going to dismantle it. It will be my Lego trophy. Just standing there on my shelf. And I play with it most of the time. And I'm planning to make like a Lego collection on my shelves. Like from each Lego company, like Technic, Ninjago, others. Like Creator. I haven't yet got any Creator sets.
So these companies reach out to you individually because of the work you're doing?
No, I don't go out loud. I just go online, start looking for sets I can ask, and then when I find the right set, I ask my parents for it, and then they figure out what to do. The only problems we have is shipping. That's the only thing we have problems with.
How bad with the shipping? Because we're also just shipping all this stuff, by the way. So, but we use partners. The expense of the delay. But your mom is there, she can help us answer.
The expense, but not the expense, it's actually the account. You have to find an account. And we don't have credit cards, we don't have...
You're very involved in the whole process, even in the buying, you understand it. It's really, really good parenting from your parents. You should holler at them.
And
Yeah.
People can build Legos with their heart.
With their heart?
Yeah, the heart tells them what to do. They can build with their heart.
Yeah, because it's like picking bricks, yeah?
It's not just picking bricks. They are not plastic bricks that make no sense. They are bricks that form.
Is this plastic or not?
Plastic.
It's plastic.
They are not just plastic bricks. They are more than plastic. They were designed to...
For education. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Okay.
And also give more intelligence, smarts, and anything any other person would want.
So you must understand like the pulley system, all that stuff when you're doing
Lego,
yeah. So physics is also at hand.
Sure.
So okay, interesting. But that was easy. The motor is doing everything.
Not them. It's also everything in a Lego has their parts.
Okay.
Like this brick here that I put was for extension.
Yeah.
This was for holding the battery. Every Lego piece has their work. It's not just the motor.
I see.
Others.
So the shape,
Like
the design of like the car
has
human.
their part.
That's
Everyone
true.
in the world has their part.
Do you want to be like a therapist? No, you didn't.
Not my
get that.
option. I hate that because I'd rather get my own therapy by my own head.
I agree. I totally agree with you on that. I'd rather get my own therapy as well than to go see someone. So the shape of the car, what then informs that? You just put things together because they're still connecting?
Nope, I don't just put things together.
Yeah.
I put things together for inventions.
Okay.
If I put things together just like this, I'll make something like the way my friends make it. This is what they make. They just grab pieces around them.
So because
Don't have any plans.
you've been making Legos since you were 3 years.
Yeah. And then my friend said this is a helicopter. And then I say, I don't know what that is. Yet it has no detail.
So for you focus on the detail.
And also the mechanisms, like a real thing would do.
Yeah. That's genius. So you do like a real car. You believe if you went into like a car warehouse, let's say you enter Toyota. No, they don't make Toyotas here. If you Kira Motors. That was exactly what I was looking for. If we got an expo tour, and Timothy is my very good friend, one of the big guys outside. He's also been on this podcast quite a number of times. If you like got into their engineering depth, you'd have like a whole vision of how a car is built. Do you think you can put together a car? Besides, of course, the technical
But
bits.
there is this thing I've always wished that a car would have.
Yeah.
That no one has not yet think.
Yeah. What?
They haven't thought of anything. People haven't even thought of like putting something and also underneath the car so it can have an holographic TV inside the car. No one has not yet thought of that.
Okay, now they're going to listen to the podcast and they're going to steal your idea.
I had a chance. That is how one thing maybe he would improve.
At least now.
You want
Now everyone has had the podcast. They'll do it.
You want a TV in the car? Have you thought about why there is no? Okay, there are TVs in cars nowadays, but
not there. But they are so small.
Yeah, because it's a car. You're supposed to.
And people haven't yet thought of a carpet TV that you can fold and then you carry it on your back.
Or a holographic TV, like you said.
That's what I just said.
Like it's not there, but
It's there. It can show up, right?
Yeah.
No one has yet even thought of that. That's what I always think of in the car. But the people don't.
Do you have like? Are you? Do you use social media? Do you put your ideas out on social media? Are you allowed to use social media at 8 years?
I'm not. I don't do social media. I'm not like my auntie who is always on TikTok and WhatsApp and Facebook.
You didn't have to throw your auntie under the bus. But okay.
That's how much I don't like it.
You don't like social media that much. You in general, you're like a focused person, yeah?
I'm
You
not
like
a tech
you don't.
person. I'm not someone who stays on the phone or TV for long.
You don't even watch. Yeah, I asked you about consumption. How do you expand your ideas? Do you watch a lot of YouTube? Do you watch a lot of TV?
I watch less YouTube. I watch less TV. I watch less stuff.
You spend a lot of your time building Legos.
Yeah.
When he's watching, he watches the things that interest him. Yeah.
Like what things interest you?
What things interest me
On TV.
are what things interest me on TV?
Yeah.
Lego people who are on Legos, like people who like talk the whole minute until the show is like near the end, and then they build something so small. I'd rather send them a message and that says you talked a lot but never built a lot.
You never built a lot, but yeah, for you are putting that. This is a truck.
It's supposed to be something.
What type of truck? I want to have like an idea in my head before I see it come to life.
I don't want to ruin the surprise.
Actually, okay.
Just say it.
To the surprise.
But I'll just tell you. This is easier.
The surprise. I actually have a 7-year-old child born in 2015. I'll talk him into.
You can use the long ones.
We'll probably become his friends if we are going to do a YouTube channel together.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, you do YouTube channels together.
Okay.
YouTube channels.
YouTube
He
videos.
said he has an YouTube channel, but you should put the work on videos. Then all these Lego companies will come on like sponsorship. The beauty about it is you can.
Oh yeah, I know that thing that you're saying.
So it will come on for you very well
like bring like sets and
for free. For
they
you to
asked
actually
me
to do the unpackaging,
to give them like
to like
new
become an ambassador.
ideas.
They will also bring money. It's just not set.
I don't
That's
like
social.
money.
No, I know, but they will fund the money. Helps.
Israel,
Money is
that's too
important.
short.
It funds a lot of stuff. You're
Money
already
is not
complaining
that
about
important.
it. Is you're already complaining about shipment. So
Paper
when-
money.
all these
just-
guys will solve all that stuff. So that channel will add on some value.
Oh yeah.
2 motors. No, 2.
2 motors, 2
2
batteries.
batteries.
Yeah.
2 motors.
Twice the
What type
power.
of batteries are those? How much power do they have?
A lot.
They rechargeable?
Yeah.
No.
No, you have to replace the batteries.
They take how many volts? There are 6 of them in the Panasonic. I think it's 1.5 volts each. I'm not quite sure, but you need me to hold for you? Yes.
Rubber, this will be it.
It's tiny.
So how do you feel going for this competition?
I feel very proud of myself and I feel happy that I will actually compete in a competition.
Is this the first time you're competing in a competition?
Yeah, my first ever in my life. That's actually gonna be on news.
On news? Yeah, this is already gonna make news, this podcast. That's about what? 2,000 subscribers?
2,000 subscribers from how many countries?
From just most of our listeners are not from here. By the way, the podcast industry in the country has not yet grown big. So all our staff are like from Canada, the USA, the UK, Kenya. All the people that listen to it, if you to look at the numbers, that's where most of them are from.
Are you trying to move it closer or further? If you move it closer,
I'm just making sure the rubber band can stretch easily.
yeah, we're going to use the small one. The big one is.
stuff.
We'll get them later. Okay, fix this.
I need that pulley tire.
But
I don't know anything else.
But I'm suggesting you use the longer axle.
The longest looks. Don't worry.
Which axle is that?
It's a
Thanks.
Don't worry. I got it. I got it now. Rubber band. Where's the rubber band? No, this is a rubber band.
It's too big. We'd rather stretch the small one. Are you scared it will snap off? This is just too good.
Do you have fears?
No rubber bands.
I rubbed you. Do
I
you fear
don't have
rubber?
fears of rubber bands. I only have. There's only one activity There's only one kiddish activity I hate in this world.
Which one?
Sitting on the balloon.
It bursts, you bang your bum.
And no one even notices that.
Okay.
The thing is what happens when you burst the balloon on your balloon. Do they know how much echoes, how much fear it can cause into the heart sound for some people?
Okay. It's
Yep, it's ready.
Okay.
Let's see let's see if they move in front. Yeah, correct.
The green ones don't move.
Double tire.
So can you connect the Lego to this car? The motor and it moves, but it has electronic.
Where's the remote control car?
The remotes are somewhere in that room.
How do you even control it?
The remote, there's a motor inside and you control it. And
Yeah. There's
But-
nothing unless you're planning to take this out and then we replace like tires with Lego tires. But it's impossible because this thing is already covered with plastic everywhere.
Yeah, you need to
You need
to create a transmission, isn't it?
Yeah, but it
And
already
it-
has a transmission. Motor
It already has
transmission.
transmission. That is connected to the wheels already.
So unless you
Okay, let me see that. Is that done? Is that what you want to create?
It's fast. It runs on 2 motors. And it's powerful. Twice the power.
Okay, this chain is up.
Uh-oh.
So you can actually really create robots that can help with like housework, simple stuff.
I should
Yeah.
really design a brake mechanism. But these motors,
Wait, these ones don't have a brake mechanism, so you just put it
these
on and
motors
it
you
runs
have to switch it off by yourself.
manually.
Yeah, it's manual.
So is there like a way to do like an automatic thing?
Yes.
No.
Like when he advances from this level, there are like where we train, there are other levels.
With
Yeah, you
different motors.
You can control it using a tablet.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's speak of the training. How is the training like? Anyone joins
The training for the competition.
for the competition and for the Legos? Like, I want my 7-year-old. Like, I'm going to sell him this whole concept.
Well, so with the young engineers training, Aleem has been on the young engineers training for like 5 years, like you say. I've been coaching him ever since he was 4, and he has really advanced well and grown. You see, he can even create something. Before that, he used to, like, we could give an instruction manual for him to follow how to build a car, but now you see that he can pick the concepts he learned with the instruction and put it to his imagination. It's really very wonderful and impressive, and it shows that he has really progressed and he's growing to love what you call STEM. STEM in full is science, technology, engineering, and math. So all those 4 concepts are really, even art, it's entailed in this small thing he has built here. So with the training, we do after-school programs. In school, the way you see, the way you see ballet.
Yeah.
So young engineers is also something like that. Something a school can pick on. Like, we want this program.
Like, it's a program a school can pick on.
Yeah,
So
school
they add
can-
into like their curriculum.
their curriculum, and to just because it's an enrichment program that is for children aged 4 to 16 years of age. He started when Aleem joined us. He started with a Big Builders program. It is the first program, like it's our initial like induction for the 4-year-olds. But if someone comes and they're 8, there is also a stage where they can start from.
Okay.
So another way is Saturday or weekend program. So that we have like centers where Aleem has been not missing any of those training, even holiday programs. So our center is in Nigeria. Yes.
There's just one mistake we made. I haven't been in young. When I was 3, I wasn't. Yeah, I was in young engineers when I was 3. But I haven't been going to young engineers for a very long time.
Push the mic.
I haven't been going to young engineers for almost like skipping 1 year from 2021. I haven't been
During the
going
lockdown.
Yeah, and also 2022.
Hmm.
I never went, so it's just like not that many years I've been in young engineers.
Do you have an idea of like your purpose in life, Aleem?
My purpose in life.
Yeah. Do you think you figured that out at 8 years?
Yeah, I figured it out.
No, no, of course not.
Yes,
You've only lived 8 years. Clearly.
Yes, I have.
What is your purpose?
My purpose in life is to help people
Okay.
help people to discover the new things they can learn, to think more faster, to how can I say this?
Do you think you think faster than the average 8-year-old?
I don't believe it because I just learn things not quickly. I am a fast learner, but it's true I'm a fast learner, but it takes time for me to understand some things.
As it should be. I mean, it takes time for all of us to understand stuff. Are you building? Do you have a clue on like what type of legacy you want to build for yourself?
Legacy?
Yeah.
What I want to build for myself is...
Yeah, like you want to live a life and people look on like, yo, Aleem with this Lego thing,
No.
minus just the winning.
I don't care about being known all over the world. I don't care if people say this guy is bad at Legos. I don't care if they say his inventions are ugly. I don't care. As long as I just keep on building and I don't take people's thoughts that hurtful.
That's really inspiring for me. I think it's advice people need to take on in general, not to care and just do.
What is
Other people shouldn't stop other people from doing what
I
they
agree.
like. Just because it's bad doesn't mean you should just quit on it. Like my friend, he thinks doing Legos will make him cool, like he copies me.
But
Everything I do,
he has
he
to
copies
copy.
me. When I build Legos,
Why don't you help him out? Remember your whole
I've ever tried
purpose is to
helping
help
him.
people.
I have ever tried helping him out,
Yeah.
and he still gets things wrong.
Yeah, because we all don't really grasp at the same age.
And
Same
and also I tell him maybe you should try something that you're good at. Stop trying what I'm good at and start trying what your brain tells you. Don't think building Legos is your whole life. Maybe something else.
Are you going to build Legos your whole life?
Yes.
He's going to be a Lego master builder.
You've made up your mind on what you want to do already.
Yeah, and my opportunity to become a Lego master is that Lego set. It's the only thing that will make me a Lego master, take me to the highest level.
Okay.
If I manage to build it, because it comes with almost more than 100 pieces.
And do you want to build me something else?
What do you want? A helicopter?
A helicopter. Build a helicopter.
He hates taking his things apart.
Yeah, we have seen the car. Benja, you've taken pictures of the car? Yeah, we've seen the car. It can be dismantled.
So, no, this one can be alive and this one can figure its problems. It's actually, I don't know why I invented this part of the cat.
So, baby, you don't know how to dismantle it because you didn't remove these things first.
This is how I dismantle.
Yeah, but that's not right. You see, if I'm to just plug this thing off and I just...
It will get spoiled.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying you just plug it. For me, Legos are easier to remove. Like,
It's
it's
plastic.
like blocks. It's like a block. You just take it out like this.
Yeah.
No problems. Like this axle, when I pulled it like this, I knew the thing would pop out.
Than rather pulling the
I think-
it's hard to remove out.
Okay, makes sense.
Then that's how you. That's what I do.
I've seen a guy do like an automatic toothbrush
Automatic toothbrushes.
with Legos.
An automatic toothbrush. By the way,
Yeah.
people should know robotics won't do all your chores for you.
But that's the whole point. That is why
No.
Amazon is creating robots.
Robots. Just because you have robots doesn't mean you can't do things yourself. So you expect
why
a robot
wouldn't-
for you to clean your whole house when you're just sitting there on a couch.
The robots are already doing that.
If you do that, you'll create more laziness in your body, and you won't even work for a week because you're sitting on a couch just watching TV, sleeping on the couch.
What do you do when you wake up? What do you do apart from building Legos?
The first
Because you seem to like hard work a lot. Let me understand.
Only I get a Lego set and I get it late at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I build it, and then when it's very long, when it takes more parts, I just fall asleep, and then the first thing I do is go back and build and finish.
So your whole day you spend it doing Legos.
Yeah, that's the only point I have.
So don't you appreciate the work of the robots for helping you clean up
Do
as you
the
build?
cleanup, all that
If
stuff.
the robots did that for me, it would mean I'm the laziest person on earth.
Okay.
But why are you building these Legos? Let's say this car. What would be like the end goal? Would it be like to transport like a cup for me? Like if I had, because now I'm going to consider buying a set for myself. A what?
A cup.
A cup.
Yes.
Do you need water? Do you need tea?
No.
You want an empty cup?
Yes.
Okay.
Nothing inside. And you know what I'm gonna do right now?
No, I don't.
No, we don't.
Yes, you do. It's just your next answer.
The helicopter.
You just gave me an idea.
God, that can carry your cup.
Yes. It's gonna carry the cup. Let's hope this one motor won't fail me.
No, it won't.
And if it does, I'm gonna just call it a lazy motor.
So what would you do about the braking system? Because it's really important. Like, yeah, I need
The
the
braking
Lego.
system will be simple. First of all, this is a drill. I would have put a steam, something like a sensor. If these things had Lego sensors, it would have been easier. This is a mag. Oh God. You have to be very gentle.
Let's start from here. Which direction are you going? Let's fix you. You get up and fix this side.
Is there a way the batteries can? You said there's nothing with the automation like a remote. I need to be next to it because like I design a Lego in my house.
That's why I'm getting the Lego Boost set, because it has Lego sensors and a Lego motor.
Yeah, you can control it using
An
the phone.
app.
Okay.
Can handle the cup's weight. Like I told you. No? It comes, this Lego build comes with a cargo. With cargo. And a powerful, this is what my Lego build comes with. A cargo, so you can just attach it there, like easy as this. Just so all the Lego builders, so like just in case for any scenario you need a cargo. Like if you're delivering piles of Lego pieces, you can create something like connect
Add-ons, yeah?
a
Yeah.
container, and then you just open there and you put everything inside and close it. Like I do with my Legos, I do containers, diggers, cement mixers. You can even ask my mom the things I build at home.
First make a helicopter. I'm going to speak to your mom. You don't worry.
Helicopter.
And let's get close with the helicopter. Once you see it
I
ready.
knew I brought my helicopter pieces.
They're not here?
No.
Okay. So what else can you build?
I got them from the Lego City helicopter.
What are you building?
Helicopter.
He just said he left his pieces.
I always improvise.
Can you extend this?
Oh, not. There we go.
Oh, that's a tail.
Yeah?
Okay. It needs to be together so you can put the propellers in the middle at the end.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Okay.
I'm thinking. Did I really have to get motor, please?
Look,
I have to test something.
it's there.
Two motors for this. Is there any way you can connect two motors like on this? Like to this battery?
Depends on how powerful
Yes,
the battery
you can connect. May I have a
Yeah.
motor?
If the batteries have been used up, it will not work. If they are still new, it means they have enough power to power on two motors.
Let's hope this works. Perfect. So
First switch on and you see if both of them work.
there's a reason why I did it like this. They both work.
Okay,
I don't waste the battery.
you're right.
So this will go.
First disconnect from
How are the
there.
fees for enrolling?
20,000 per class.
That's fair.
Yeah.
How long is the class?
1 hour and a half. So that is for the weekend program. But holiday, it depends. Sometimes it's half day, sometimes it's a full day. Can I make the upper propellers?
Okay, if you want. Because I'm on the back propeller right now.
You said helicopter.
Back propeller.
Help me with the motor.
But we need to spread it.
Isn't this spread enough?
By the way, I wanted you should get window pieces, like screen pieces, like I do at. Should I give you some of my screen pieces?
No.
I should start bringing some of my pieces when I'm going to school. When I'm going to there. You make me build every day.
Yeah.
I wish I could stop building. I wish I could just take a break, but I don't want to. My hands really hurt.
Make it higher.
That's what I'm doing. Higher.
Have more.
I'll create more height. I'll create these pieces. You feel free to bring it in. Feel free to bring it in.
That's okay.
I'm a speed. I'm building too fast.
Right here. In this.
Stop building too fast.
So this is going to be in the middle.
I know. We need a room.
Push it in front. It's too much on the edge.
I get the problem here. We need to improvise now.
This one is too much on the edge.
No, we need to improvise.
No, you need to put a second one and put... If you put bushes, it will be firm. I think let me look for bushes.
Improvise. Sorry, I bit the things.
It's okay.
I had nothing else to.
I'm suggesting first look.
Sorry. I know, please, may I show you what I'm trying to do?
Yes, that is what I was saying, that you need to move it.
So,
Then move the things down where the motor is hitting here.
yeah. I now know what to do.
If it's loose, we can add. If it's loose, we can add.
You can just put something underneath so it can be seen. Hey, the wire is really giving us a chance. Look, the wire is really giving us a chance.
But you need to put bushes. I don't know if you understand.
I'm putting something underneath so they can be steady.
I hope you separate them.
Ooh. Graffiti. Who does graffiti?
We need bushes side by side. See, you take it out, I show you what I'm meaning. You see, on here, like this.
I got it steady.
Let me see.
We used another technique.
Because if you stretch the motor the other side, you see what is going to happen. If you stretch a rubber band from here to that propeller, this is what is going to happen.
I'm not gonna use a propeller. That's why I'm using two batteries, so they can both work.
Then I get you. I understand you. Then there is no need for this.
I told you I improvise.
You're right. I shouldn't have insisted.
So, am I really that brilliant?
Yeah. You're great. You're very bright. The engine is in space. The other side, add some lines, add some plates. These ones.
It's supposed to fly by itself.
Add
Wait,
this.
yeah, of course.
And then you add this.
But I've seen
This
the
thing, the
improvising.
propellers keep hitting on the table, so you need to raise the motor a little bit. You can add this under.
That's
So that is a little bit raised.
supposed to. Okay.
Should be that.
I thought you were saying this build was supposed to fly by itself. Next. Oh no, my idea is really failed.
Add another axle. You need.
Underneath.
I gave you an axle too. You put it in the middle.
It's what I put here. Supposed to be.
It sounded like a real helicopter.
So what's
Yeah.
what they basically learn in class is to build these things.
So
Because
normally a class, it's we learn the theory, Like now with the helicopter,
Let me take a picture with you, the helicopter.
we learn the Balnori principle, like the lift force, what helps the like things to fly. So they learn that.
How did
And
you get this grade? The Greek thing.
Artists do it. This?
Actually, they do it with the machine. It's called designing.
Oh, you mean you took it to a tailor and then they put this material here?
Not one artist. The
It's a
tailor does
computer.
the cloth.
The computer, you enter in the logo and it prints it on the cloth.
You mean you use the 3D printer?
Yeah.
It's something like that, yes.
Like a 3D printer.
This is
Yes.
good. This is good. The set for a helicopter, it will fly. So the helicopter still can't fly.
It can't fly.
Yeah, and then there's one way that we can make it fly. To reduce the bricks.
The
To
weight.
get more stronger.
The
But it
smaller-
can't. It wouldn't move with the weight of.
It also depends on the direction of the
And the
airflow.
motors.
Like I said, the lift force. So if you're to make a drone, you need smaller, lighter motors and also the propellers that deal with the direction of the wind. So there it can be able to lift up.
Yeah.
I had no choice. I wanted to do something.
What do you want to do?
Maybe I can't wait. I just want fresh air.
Okay.
That's why when I make a double fan.
But it means if like I went to a wedding, would it really fun? You know how weddings are packed,
With heat.
very many people, yeah, and you literally can't have like a fan, so you need something as small as that to.
I'm gonna make a double fan.
Yeah, but now the process is interesting. So your YouTube channel would be about different things you build every day. Make it short, precise. Let's say you're doing a helicopter, but no, a helicopter that doesn't fly. So yeah, I've seen on Brick Science, there's a lot of people are building a lot of stuff that are helping in households.
All I need
Yeah.
is a very proper collection of Legos and motors. That's all we need to get a perfect show. That's what I learned.
Okay.
It's the only thing I know how to get a proper. So we have to get a. Excuse me. I said, oh my God, I'm serious.
What's that now? A
A
window.
double fan.
Oh, a double
Then we'll close with the double fan. So this competition, the winner, what does the winner take on?
A lot of money. Prize money.
What's the prize money?
I need to explain.
I heard it's around maybe 500.
USD.
500 Ugandan, like millions, 500 million. If you'd like to convert it into Ugandan.
That's good for building Legos.
Yeah, it's just that they're going to do real stuff. It's more than the Legos. They're going to build a robot. There are two different leagues or teams going, but competing in two different leagues.
Yeah.
Yeah, his league, they are supposed to build a robot that performs tasks related to water and sanitation. When I tell you and the delay, you'll find it's dismantled again.
I am gonna. This is
Yeah,
a
no, it's cool.
3-in-1 thing. This is a 3-in-1 deal.
First pass it to set. I want it to like.
Yeah, the airflow is up here. You can't feel it here, it's up here.
Yeah, I should have really done it.
What would increase this airflow?
Oh no, bad news for me.
Oh god.
Oh no, we tangled the wire. And this is gonna do the opposite. So go, please tell me me the motor never broke. Please tell me the motor never broke. Oh, thank God.
It's still okay. So when you get tangled,
Yeah.
it gets spoiled.
It gets spoiled. Yeah, just like any wires. Even these wires, it's a thing with wires, I think. Even when handling these wires.
And he knows that when it gets tangled,
Oh, no, we have a
spoiled,
problem here.
we promise like next time we don't get a motor. You know. And it's not good, isn't it, Aleem?
Never good.
Yeah, so we need to take care of our
It's a very
motor.
bad sacrifice. It's a horrible sacrifice. It's a loss of a motor, actually.
Let me.
So is it possible? Is it possible if you use one? Where do you even get? How do you get? I have a question.
Yes.
How do you get motors like for Legos like this?
These are from Lego. These are from Legos. Do you see the word here?
I know.
Yeah, they are also made by Lego. Where they make these Lego pieces, it's where
These are original bricks.
the
The
original bricks.
first bricks that were made in Lego. I'm glad they invented new Lego bricks.
So Aleem will be building a robot together with his team. A robot that is going to be performing tasks related to water and sanitation. Yeah, we have a lot of
Next, I have to build something.
issues to do with water conservation, clean water, something like that. So the tasks of the robots are like also saving water at home. We know that not only at home, but we've seen these people who drill pipes having issues with the leakage and they cannot find where that leakage is. And also the access to fixing that problem is. So these days we see robots in form of snakes. A robot, it can maneuver through those small pipes to go and fix the leakage somewhere. So the tasks with the robots they are going to build are related to something kind of, they are solving a problem in that form, but as well having fun and enjoying the building. Yes.
All right, Aleem. I really wish you luck. I hope you win the 500 million. You bring something. Do
Yes, we said we are on the winning team, isn't it?
you think you're going to win?
I believe, and I really try, and I really believe that.
Okay.
You're going to win. Good luck, man. When you win, make sure to come back and share with us. Not just the money, but the story and the experience.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
like, I really want the money to be my dream come true. Finally get a visa.
Then you said you don't want one.
To buy
don't
more
have money.
Lego, like you said.
Yes, visa.
Oh, the Visa card. For
So you
buying
can
more
pay
Legos.
for the shipping.